Good morning, Ghana. Good morning to you, wherever you are watching us. Maybe you're in Togo, maybe you are in Canada, maybe you're in Australia. Enjoy, enjoying the weather, enjoying whatever is coming to you. But we are here, and the weather this morning, it looks a bit cloudy. There's so much humidity. Yes, so a little chill out there, but I know it's not spread across the country. So whatever you're experiencing, the AM Ghana crew is from Adwa TV or off Adwa TV wishes you have a very bright and beautiful morning that also should cast a beautiful spell, a spell of loveliness, and just good things, good tidings happening to you throughout the day. We want you to be counting your victories at the end of the day. So that's from me, Lady Julia here, and the AM Ghana crew. We promise to bring you nothing but the best. If I were you, I'm going to stay glued, whether to my phone or to my TV set throughout the day. Yes, Adwa TV is the channel. You have to stay tuned to AM Ghana because we are going to bring you a very hot discussion segment, which is of course political, and then we'll bring you the Watch Your Take segment, which will comes right before the newspapers. Yes, my newspapers are here. They are ready, and I'm also ready to dive into it to see what other stories, because we all have discussions on the e-levy, on some treason felony, yes, on some monies that we spend in importation of fish and all that concerning the Five Nations tour, working tour or visit of the president. You want to know more what is going on, what has arrived, what is gone, and all that, what is ensuing in Parliament. But before that, for the team of producers I have, for my producers team, we say happy Wednesday. Outstrip yourself by today. So sorry, outstrip your yesterday, not yourself. Outstrip your yesterday by today. So cause yesterday to strip off everything, to wear away, yes, the events of yesterday. In other words, live in the day, live in today. Today is Wednesday. Let Tuesday remain comfortably where it is. It is past and gone for a reason. For you to do your work with more force than ever. So channeling more energy, channeling more force wherever your motivation comes from. Yes, grab it. I would have loved that everybody listening to me, your motivation flows from none else than from the Almighty, because He is even the source of life itself. So the source of life brings you nothing than the best of motivation. He will strengthen you. He will keep you. He will protect you. He will love you. He will care for you. Yes, He will fill you with good things, every benefit for this day, so that you have more than enough for the day. Your daily load of benefits, giving you more force than ever before for today. I'll strip yesterday. Let the mistakes, the issues of yesterday rest in yesterday. If you ever look at them to help you learn what you should not do. Okay? So use them as a background to today. So don't do the same mistakes. Don't copy them. Don't do them again. Let's move ahead with more force ever than before. That's coming from Isaac. And I have here the word of the day coming from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And the word for today is an adjective. Again, an adjective. And it is slapdash. Slapdash. I like the word. It's just one word. It's not a compound. Hyphenated word. It's one word spelled together. S-L-A-P. Yes. Slap and dash. D-A-S-H. Slapdash. Slapdash. Now, slapdash means haphazard. So it's a synonym for haphazard or slipshod or sloppy. So people who do things in a sloppy manner or in a haphazard manner or a slipshod manner. The other synonym for it will be slapdash. Without care. You do it without care. You do it recklessly. Yes, recklessly. So slapdash editing had an effect on the sales of the magazine. Of course, if you do any editing and it's done haphazardly in a slapdash manner, then of course it's going to have negative effects. Driving recklessly, of course, will result in some harm, or yes, harm to people, damage to property, right? Okay, so slapdash. Let's look at other examples. I approach any recipe with a certain degree of slapdash irreverence. I make substitutions left and right. I change amounts and spices or mix steps I deem too troublesome, or I leave out ingredients altogether. Can you imagine any food that is prepared in this way? Yes, in a slapdash manner, food prepared this way. Hey, are you sure you want to taste it? Anyway, that's coming from Monica Spikerman, and she wrote that in the Colombian. Let's do a little history. An early recorded use of slapdash comes from the 17th century British poet and dramatist John Dryden, who used it as an adverb in his play, The Kind Keeper. Down I put the notes slapdash, he wrote. The Oxford English Dictionary defines this sense in part as with or as with a slap and a dash. You get it? With a slap and a dash, or as with a slap and a dash. That is perhaps suggesting the notion of an action such as painting, you know, so you throw the paint just there, slapdashing, just doing it haphazardly, carelessly. So performed with quick, imprecise movements. The adjective slapdash is familiar today, describing something done in a hasty, careless, or haphazard manner. So how about that for a new word today? Don't go and use slapdash in a slapdash manner. Make sure you use it right, okay? So that somebody somewhere will at least commend you. Somebody somewhere will say that this guy seems to be learning things, and then you can tell them that you learn them from Adwa TV, especially with AM Ghana. And with that said, we'll go on a quick commercial break, a turn, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa. Announcements on Adwa TV. Contact Adwa TV for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 050-92-57754, 020-9494-258, or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adwa TV, bringing good things to life.
at Sonotec, we always pride ourselves of being a patient-centered facility. And so we always go the extra mile to put a smile on the faces of our patients. And we don't just wait for them to be unwell to come to us, but we always strive to ensure that our patients are always in good health. So the month of February is the month of love. And how best can we express our love than to give to our clients? So what we are doing this month of February is to give a 20% discount on all our health packages. Yes, all our health packages. So for our health packages, we have our life packages, and then we have the bronze, the silver, and then the gold packages. So if you walk in from the 1st February to the end of February, you get 20% discount on all our health packages. And we are introducing a very special package for couples as well. We realize that especially the premarital couples, sometimes because of the excitement of getting married and all that, we discuss everything and always forget about our health. So we've come together with a very nice health package for couples, and it's discounted at 30%. So that's the couples package, and we encourage our clients to take advantage of this special package as we go through the month of February. This is our way of saying that we love our clients. This is our way of giving back. This is our way of putting smiles on the faces of our clients. In addition to this, you can also walk in and pay for a loved one. I know 14th is Vows Day. As we think of giving gifts to our clients or to our friends, to our loved ones, let's consider buying a healthcare package at Sonotec for the ones that we love. And on 14th February, we promise all our clients to experience something very extraordinary at Sonotec. Once you come for any service with us, any of our branches, West Hills, Osu, and Tema, you will leave with a special gift. And you can trust us when we say you leave with a special gift. So we wish all of you the best. Let's enjoy the period of love. Let's enjoy the health packages that Sonotec has for us. And as we always say, we are your total healthcare partner for life.
Announcements on Adwa TV. Contact Adwa TV for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 05092 57754, 0209494 or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adwa TV, bringing good things to life.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Right here in Ghana and outside Ghana as well. If you're in Accra, we say good morning to you. And how is it going for you? How is the morning already? And if you are on your way to work, what is the situation like? Is there traffic? Aside traffic, any trotro diaries, any trotro wahales, any other thing at all? Is prices as they are presuming to go up by 30%. Are you hearing anything new? What are your thoughts about that as well? You can always share these things with us here on AM Ghana Show on our WhatsApp numbers or on Facebook on Adwa TV Ghana. We are streaming live as well. You can also join the conversations. It's now time for the newspapers, and we'll see what the stories are on the newspapers, and also what's your take. There are a lot of things going on, right from Parliament into the courts, into UTAG, into other things as well, into election issues. There are lots of things to talk about. And so, what are your thoughts about these things? When we get there, of course, definitely we are going to cross that bridge. My name is Anastasia Badu, and we'll start off with the Daily Guide newspaper, and it says here on page 6 with details. It says NLA receives 2 million Ghana cedis from Frank Ejay, and also Beggar MP gets 100k Ghana cedis bill. Of course, you know who they're talking about, Honorable James Jache Kwesi. And also on page 3 with details again, return to classroom, court orders UTAC. But one interesting thing I've also chanced on is that they've had a meeting, and so the president for UTAG is saying they've met and they are thinking about it if they will really go by the orders of the courts. Since January 10, it is more than 3 weeks, and per our orders, all public universities are supposed to be closed by now. Now the court is ordering them to go back to the classroom. Let's see how that goes. Does that mean that they have had or they've gone back to the table as they were asked to do the first time in court? Have they gone back to the table with the stakeholders who are involved? And what has government promised them? Are they really going to take the orders of the courts to really go back to the classroom? Well, that is for us to think about and to see what goes on and how it goes. But detail of that story is on page 3 of the Daily Guide newspaper. Then again on the same page, AG files at forcing trial papers. Koso. Now the back page responds Parliament summons JFA Ministry over AFCON fiasco. Yesterday in our news in the evening, we saw that the DIU, as captain of the Black Stars, is also asked to come and face the Committee on Sports in Parliament. Let's see what he has to say, because we've been seeing a video right from the qualifiers of the AFCON trying to motivate his people as to how the kind of attitude he's expecting them to put on. Well, we didn't see that enthusiasm when they went there. And for us to come back home with just 1 point, it's a shame. It's a shame, really. Hatsing Odor ponders Ghana switch, and Somoko box office rumble. Also, please defend Everton pepper spray. And that will do for sports. And that's it for Daily Guide.
All right. The Daily Graphic, of course, truth and accuracy every day, has here on the screaming headline for you. Go back to lecture theaters. Go back to lecture theaters. And that, of course, is the situation that involves UTAG and the courts. Yes, UTAG, University Teachers Association of Ghana, yes, and the Accra High Court orders or summons, yes. I mean, Anas has gone into it. So what's your take on it? I hold my peace. I mean, so far as it's in court now, I hold my peace. What court has to say, what the lectures will do concerning that. On more stories here, EU votes 203 million euros for 3 programs. Yes, it concerns Ghana, some growth, green growth and jobs, sustainable cities, and also concerning governance and security. So they have voted, and this money is coming to us on these 3 programs: green growth and jobs, that's the first one, then sustainable cities, that's the second one, and the third one concerning governance and security. We'll see how that goes. We'll bring you updates of that story as and when it comes. But this particular one is on page 16 of the Daily Graphic. Vice President opens 3,000 free online courses, and when I saw it, I was so happy. But this concerns entrepreneurial, artisanal, and vocational skills courses on these. So 3,000, and they are going to be free. 3,000 courses, and that story is on page 16. I bet you just need to read that to know where you fit in. Bleaching among pupils, worrying. That's coming from the minister, and that story is captured on page 20. We were here yesterday talking about loving yourself, if you remember, and we lifted this one particularly about bleaching and all the body enhancements that people are doing. It came as a surprise rather that the minister also picked on this, but his is more tuned to pupils. Yes, he said pupils, so not even students, younger ones in JHS, in primary. They are pupils. So I don't know, what is your take on this? It is worrying. It is worrying because they have to really look at their future. BOG Lords Otumfor for role in economic development. Wow. Okay. And that will be it for the front page. But on the back page, Fire Service laments illegal speed bumps. Illegal speed bumps in the Volta region. I see how this can be some form of an obstruction or bring delays to the fire service. But we see it virtually everywhere. People creating their own speed bumps, illegal speed bumps everywhere in our communities, everywhere. Well, street lights project also advances in 20 assemblies. We would wish that we have street lights everywhere. So that will be it for the Daily Graphic. Just grab your own.
Are they
copy.
referring to them as illegal? How illegal are they that they do not qualify for the standard, or the people who did it are not the qualified personnel supposed to do it?
Oh, well,
or there are some other reasons, because exactly if we go into the communities close to us, right from Jamestown, Choco, and then all the other places, realize that I don't know what it is. It's like a thick pool. Yes, it's like a thick braided rope.
Okay. I've seen
That's
something
quite
like that before.
Uncomfortable when you use it. So I think that they've done these things to be able to reduce the amount of speed drivers drive through the communities. Because I have seen a situation where one driver was just driving and didn't even realize that there was something on the road ahead of him. So he just moved on it and then he hit someone. And so I think these things are mechanisms that these communities have deployed just to be able to reduce the speed between the communities. And if you ask me, if you've seen them, it means you haven't taken notice of them. You should try and do something about them, rather than caption them just as what illegal and then leave them there. These are just rhetorics. If you ask me, you just say it and then it's there. What are you doing? What is the next step? If you think they are illegal, how harmful are they to vehicles or to those who live there? Let's see how that is going to help, or let's see how it's going to affect them, and see the best ways to handle them. But if you don't do anything about them, of course, I'll also support them if they will have to put that there
to save their lives.
Yes, to save their lives, because these communities are such that they are interconnected, and so one house is across the street, and so one person will have to cross from one end right into their room or their hall at the other end of the street, and so you cannot do anything. You just try and then fix the ramps, the legal ramps you're talking about, so that at least we can have the ropes away from the streets. That's very it's very uncomfortable if you're using it. It's very, very uncomfortable. There's this abrupt jump anytime you use it, and it's so uncomfortable, like I'm saying. Well, aside that, the Daily Statesman on the front page of it says that Works and Housing Minister inspects Tamale housing project, and you find detail on page 3. Also, Abronye for court today over Mahama coup claim. You should see page 2 for details on the same page. Embattled NDC MP gets 100k Ghana cedis bail. Now, on the same page, and so I guess that page 2 has a lot, and these are the stories that are trending. and they are on the front page of the paper. Highway dualization projects on course, and also work begins on 4 Accra Kumasi road bypasses in April. Like some people will say April, full April. And you should find some other stories in here. The penultimate page of the Daily Statesman. Players Union survey shows opposition to Men's World Cup every 2 years. Joseph Atamalawe satisfied with a point against Giants Galatasaray. I hope I got that right. Now, Crystal Palace boss Vieira Coy on decision to start Ayew ahead of Olise in Brentford draw. I mean, that is it for the Daily Statesman newspaper.
Yes, when it comes to sports, yeah.
I don't understand. Thank you. There are the other ones that I can understand, but not this one.
The most authoritative newspaper, Ghanaian Times, has this for us. Our agenda is better conditions of service for teachers. That's a statement coming from the new sworn-in NAT executives. Yes, the national executives of NAT, management of New Times Corporation. And Asin North MP granted 100,000 Ghana cedis bail. The Boga the Boga MP. Anyway, residents of 3 communities commend IGP for fight against land guards. This issue of land guards, is there any way we can have a permanent solution to it? I don't know.
Yeah, she's not in. When he comes, maybe we can engage Nyashi and see.
Yeah, we'll have a special edition with Nyashi.
Nyashi,
yes. Well, on elimination of schools under trees, Valco has funded 0 schools under trees project, and 17 new schools have been completed. Yay! Well, story is on page 16. Go back to classrooms, court orders Utah. Go back to classrooms. Sometimes some of these commands, I don't know, is it now, or next month, or, well, you have to read the story to know, okay? And the story is captured on page 15, on the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. A workshop on Volta Basin countries opens in Accra. Volta Basin countries. The workshop on that opens in Accra. We have a picture of some participants after the opening ceremony. Government urge to formulate a facility management policy as well on the back page, and there is a picture of the participants again, and that will be it for the Ghanaian Times newspaper.
Now let's go to the newspaper with 3 titles. Calls itself Spear of the Nation, Kondo Isizwe, and the True Independent One. And here on the front page it says withdrawal of military attachment. Togbega Bagbing. This country is sweet basa. And you want us to leave. A guy will say, Ishene.
Sit your room.
You can't leave this one and go and fight. Apu. What can come? It's sweet like something. Togbega Bagbing. Tiptoes to Upper West Chiefs for soccer. That is a big question, and there's a picture of him. For once, he was looking like Buhari for me. I don't know. So I was shocked to see Togbega. UTAG ordered back to lecture halls, and Professor Ransford Jampo is on the front page. Let's see how they're going to respond to this. Like I said earlier, they said they have met. They are thinking about it. If they really take the orders of the court or otherwise. Using oil find to enhance citizens' welfare remains robust. This is coming from the president. And Mo Machine. At the back page, it talks about sports. Underdog Salzburg fancy their chances against Giants Bayern. And also Salah and Mane don't drink alcohol. Club reviews. I won't play at Wimbledon. French Open if COVID vaccination is required to compete. Djokovic mentioned yesterday, and you find that story or details of that as well on our website on www.adwanewsonline.com. Inter Milan play host to high-flying Liverpool. Yesterday's match between Real Madrid and PSG. I was watching and I slept. I don't know what happened. If you finish watching, please tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. But that will do for no. So before we go, the quotation for the day is from Luke chapter 12, verse 3, and it says that what you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, right. And what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. That's what they are saying. And so that's it for the Chronicle newspaper.
The new crusading guide has this for you. Occupy Ghana has, well, they have placed themselves in the middle of this. They wade into e-levy crosshair. Yes, proposes 3 strict conditions for implementation. That is it for or if implemented? Well, your guess is as good as my. Proposes 3 strict conditions in terms of implementation. And Guyana must bring oil resources to production quality. That means our president is there in Guyana, the 5 nations working visit. Dr. Frank Ejay's company pays 2 million Ghana cedis as a license fees to operate Lotto to NLA. Anyway, okay, so government advised to check tax payments, revenue inflows through centralized database system. Knowing how the government is very keen on digitalization. Okay, I rest my case. Well, coalition drags 14 state agencies to the dock for illegally rolling out COVID-19 vaccination. Where? Honorable Kweku Ajimamenu, the health minister, coalition drags 14 state agencies to the dock for illegally rolling out COVID-19 vaccination. Let's look at sports. I think this is my first sports I'm doing this morning. Hudson Odoi addresses England or Ghana national team dilemma. Maguire will remain Man United captain. Well, Joseph Awinonya.
Don't move on.
Well, Joseph's foundation. I know you.
Which Joseph are they talking about? They should buy the paper.
Buy the paper, I beg you. This one
the kind of Joseph they are talking about.
Yeah, Joseph's Foundation presents title belt to sports minister. That would be it for not just the new crusading guide, but for the newspaper headlines. And is there anything you want to add before we go?
No. But like we are asking, well, the UTAG members mentioned that they had some issues that in the first term of this current government, they had some consultations and it was agreed that they were going to increase their condition of service. But it looks like they've been waiting and it hasn't been done. And so that is a reason they have taken to the streets and they've left or abandoned the classrooms. And so everything is on a halt, if you ask me, in the education sector, so far as the universities are concerned. But we are hearing, the first is, I think somewhere 2 weeks ago or last week, courts asked them to go back to the negotiation table with the ministry, with the service, and all other stakeholders who needed to be there to make a firm decision. But even that meeting ended without any conclusion. So they didn't conclude on anything. And then this week we are hearing courts ordering them to go back to the classrooms. You know, it's a different thing if they are appealing to you to go. And it's a different thing when the word is order. And yesterday, seeing what the professor said, that they've had a meeting, they are thinking about it. If they will go by the orders of the courts. Now, what we want to understand here is that if they decide to go contrary to that order, what becomes of them? what happens to the schools?
Yeah.
What happens to students and the education sector at large? Then, of course, the ministry, the honorable minister for that particular ministry. What are the final thoughts? What are the final signatories? What are the things you have penned and signed under? You know, those who sign and do boom, quick, quick, quick. What have you done? What was the last thing you concluded on with the UTAG members? That are you going to bring it back to $2,000 as they are saying, or it is still at $900? What have you said to them, and how are they supposed to go back with this? Because even when you ask me, ministers, MPs, and others in parliament even want an increment in certain things. And so when it comes to the teachers, why is it so difficult for us to do it for them? Because they are the ones who teach every profession. They make sure every profession we have in this country and every other place has done come out to be the best. And so they are a very essential part of our lives. We cannot take them, and that is why when it comes to these things and also health and some others, we do not want to attach politics to them. Let's look at the main issue on the ground. Let's see how best it can be solved, and let's see the way forward. But if you will have to go in and out without any firm decisions being taken, without considering the plight of these teachers as well, like I said earlier, they are parents. They have families they take care of.
Yeah.
They have needs. The fuel they buy at the pumps are not selling at 3 cedis for them because they are teachers. It is still selling at 7.3, whatever, for everybody. Whether you're a market woman, whether you're a trader, no matter who you are buying the same amount of fuel. Meanwhile, the MPs and others, I'm not sure, you get coupons, you get extra bonuses for some of these things. Let's look at it. Let's see how we can make life a bit flexible and easier for these teachers as well to go back to the classrooms. Because at the end of the day, you can't tell me that our children are not suffering because university teachers are not in class. My brother is home. Seeing him at home, I always get annoyed and get sad at the same time. I'm annoyed. If you ask me why I'm annoyed, plenty things. And if you ask me why I'm sad, plenty things. But what can we do? And that time I sat here and I sat here and said that there are some teachers who have wards, who are in the university as well, and are privileged to have them teaching the courses they are even doing. That teacher, you will not tell me, will watch the ward in the house and not even try to alert him or her to read a particular thing in the syllabus or try to explain certain things so that in case their plights are being listened to and something is done about it, for them to go back to the classroom with a short while they have to be able to wrap up with the semester. You not tell me that that word is not going to do well, because of course he or she is going to be ahead of the other students. Because that student somewhere did not have a parent who is a teacher or a lecturer at the university. They didn't have a senior brother who is a P or a TA or whatever in a university to be able to alert them or anything. And if it happens that you're a very serious student, you just be opening your books and try and see what you are reading, because you don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you're doing for the semester. And so we want to understand, what have you concluded on? And really, let's see if UTAG really is going to take the orders of the courts. I don't think that the court is trying to show their crafty powers here. I hope that it was a very, excuse me, it's a reasonable decision they took after both parties had agreed to a particular thing. But if not, then
and what would be the worst case scenario? Have we ever thought of that? What would be the worst case scenario?
That can the semester even end without the teachers going to school? Because from what I read yesterday in our news, they said they've also thought about it. They've had a meeting and they didn't conclude, but they are seeing if they will agree to the orders of the court.
And as can you imagine a teacher that has been ordered beyond, I mean, besides what he or she feels and thinks, especially when his needs are not being met, and you force that lecturer to go to the classroom? Have we ever thought of what impact he's going to have on the class? Is he going to teach what he's supposed to? Because even when some are paid, we already know some of the character. So I don't know. Is it just about ordering them to show up? Their presence in the lecture hall is all you want, or you want them to deliver quality?
You can compare that to a student who owes school fees or who hasn't bought their textbooks, and you know that this week we are doing RME, and you need that RME book they've not bought for you.
Yeah.
Now everybody's supposed to put their books in front of them. Then you have a partner or a sitting mate in class, and you are supposed to share the book. Meanwhile, everybody's supposed to read, but because it's not your book, you cannot have full grip of it. You will just be stretching your necks to see what is happening. Hey, the way some people can even treat you. About Jomi, it's a bit few. You might not want to read again. You might want to sit quietly and listen to what they are reading and see if you understand. I bet you it's not everybody who grabs, who is able to grab a lot of things easily. You know, there are slow learners and then there are quick learners. They can sit and listen and they are fine. There are others who can read 10,000 times before they'll get it. And so you can compare that scenario to what Julia is asking. You are asking them to go back to school. Okay, we have come, but we are not teaching. They can also decide not to go at all. What can come. But is that the best way to go? That is what we are asking. Is that the best way to go? Because now education is on a standstill. Just because teachers are asking for condition of service to be increased as promised them. And well, the government is saying we did something about it. It was low, and now we brought it to 90. And so they don't understand why UTAG members will be doing this, and it's taking too long. But like we are saying, let's see how it goes. As we think about UTAG members, let's think about government as well. Let's see what is tearing government from doing their bit for them. And let's see, at the long run, who suffers most.
All right.
Who suffers most.
I have a message here. Well, that's coming from Nana Ekiamwa Boating from Ablekuma Central, aka E-Levy. Good morning, host. I'm glad that the court has ordered UTAG to call off their illegal strike action. Would you call that illegal? Anyway, a very special. Okay. So, a very special greeting to Chairman Odini Kweku Apia aka Koka, incoming Ashanti Regional Chairman. Incoming Ashanti Regional Chairman National of the NPP. Also, a very good morning to Prince Obing, Greater Accra Regional Organizer of the New Patriotic Party. With that said, we'll go on a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. The discussion continues after this break.